All right, we are live. Celtics post game. Let's go. What a win. Let's go. Celtics take down the Pacers 117-97 in a massive playoff implication game. And you know what? It wasn't even like, oh yeah, we beat the Pacers. No, there was so many bright parts of this game. There was so many freaking bright parts of this game that we can just be like, that's the Celtics team we're looking for. God, that is, one, now yes, the Pacers don't have Oladipo. We'll talk about that. But one, you just spanked the Pacers, right? That wasn't even a game. The Celtics had that, box to wire maybe? Am I wrong thinking that? The Celtics had that box to wire. Two, the guys you want to play well, the guys you wanted to play well, played well. So you had them spanking the Pacers, the team that they're playing in the first round of the playoffs. They just got home court. Two, you had the guys that you wanted to play well. They all showed up. Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, Gordon, motherfucking Hayward. All showed up, right? And three, it was in Indiana. As if it mattered. As if home court matters in the playoffs for the Celtics team against the Pacers. Hell no. If you guys didn't catch my shotgun earlier, I shotgunned one of these bad boys, the True North. It's a 16-ounce, 1-pound can, and I demolished it. So the sad part, I just tweeted out, the sad part is now that I'm probably going to have to shotgun a hell of a lot of beers before Celtics games. The good part is now I'm going to have to shotgun a hell of a lot of beers before Celtics games. However, this hat is now undefeated. We're on a two-game win streak. This hat is undefeated. Shotgunning pound beers before games is undefeated. This Larry Bird, which I rarely wear this because it's a legit nice jersey. This Larry Bird authentic hardwood classics jersey, undefeated. Gordon Hayward shooting 100% from the field. I don't even know if this is true, but undefeated. Let's go. That's what we needed. And I'm just going to plug this right away. We have a few different Gordon Hayward shirts on the store right now on GuyBostonSports.com/store. You guys should just say F it. Head over there, pick one up. GuyBostonSports.com/store. I believe the promo code is Gordo, so GORDO 20. Gordo 20 saves 20% on your order, and you just should. If you were ever planning on buying a shirt from Guy Boston Sports or buying a Gordon Hayward shirt from Guy Boston Sports, this was the damn night to do it. Your boy shotgunning a 16-ounce can faster than anyone can shotgun a 12-ounce can. Wearing the undefeated hat, now a newly undefeated jersey, and Gordon Hayward goes perfect from the field, 21 points. This is the night to do it, guys. What a game. What a game. I see a lot of you guys in the chat saying playoff mode activated from Swangy. Scott, you're saying I should keep this hat on until we win the finals. I might have to. To be honest, I might just have to super glue this to my head to make sure that I don't take it off. Bayo Blue Devils saying Hayward Tatum combo. Again, you guys thought last stream, I thought, right? The fact that we saw, Irving, Tatum, and Horford all in my top players category here on the graphics of the stream. What is it over here? And I was like, oh, that's awesome. No, this is awesome. What we're seeing right here, this is awesome. Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, Kyrie Irving. Gordon Hayward steals the show for me. I was texting KJ, or messaging KJ, and we were just talking about how I think Gordon Hayward's back. Kenny's been a little hesitant. Honestly, he's right. Been hesitant to say, and because he stuck to the same story. KJ, I don't know if you're in here, but he stuck to the same story the whole season. He wants to see it more consistently, right? Those 30-point games, those 26-point games. It's like, yeah, Gordon. We all know he's a damn good basketball player, right? We know Gordon Hayward can do that. But can he do it consistently? Well, Gordon Hayward now, 7 games in a row? 7 games in a row, starting one of those. So from the bench, 6 of those, scoring 10-plus points, and then tonight, back-to-back games now, 20-plus points when he looked unreal. Like, unreal. That's not even the same. That's not like Gordon Hayward going back to his old self. That's Gordon Hayward with a new developed play style. It is. He's so much more in control. If you guys want to hear more on that, I have a Hardwood Green on the site, GuyBostonSports.com. You can go to our podcast, Hardwood Green. It's a 10-minute podcast. I talk about Gordon Hayward's new path, and some of you guys call me crazy, but I compare him to Paul Pierce and how Paul Pierce stopped relying on his athleticism. Gordon Hayward doesn't need to be athletic to be great. He's showing us that. He doesn't need to take the path that he's taken before. He can take the path less traveled by and be an absolute stud, which he's showing us. Gordon Hayward, man. Does that not make you feel good? I know you guys give me shit when I go into plus minuses, but plus 23 from the floor from Gordon tonight, off the bench. 9 of 9 from the field. Perfect from the line. 21 points. Gordon motherfucking Hayward. Let's go. Playoff mode activated is right. Let's get to some of your chat here. Blue Devils saying, does everyone still want Brad Stevens fired? No coaching mishaps tonight, I will say that. Maddie's pumped because the Blue Jackets and the Celtics won. Shout out to them. Let's see. Tofa T17 says, believe the boys are coming together. Maybe. Let's see. Let's go. Okay's bringing it perfectly. He says he said it last stream. They flipped the switch. This is the time. Now it's fun. Now it is fun. KJ saying he is always in here. I was talking about him a second ago. Let's see. Swangy says, if Gordon keeps playing like this, there needs to be an aggressive G t-shirt. Yeah, we have two. We have the I Believe in Gordon t-shirt online, and we also have the unfinished business. It refers back to him and Brad, how they didn't win the championship in college. Both fire shirts. But yeah, an aggressive G. We haven't promoted it yet, but you can still. It is live on our site. An aggressive Al t-shirt. So if you are an Al Horford fan, check it out. And Killcoin says Hayward back to the starting lineup. Hell yeah! What are you waiting for? The only defense I can give Brad Stevens now. It's like, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Gordon Hayward is killing it off the bench. He is lambasting opponents. So why mess with it? I say screw it. Like, this team's awesome. I still don't know if they're winning the championship this year, but I mean, throw him in the starting lineup. Why not? Right? Why not? Seriously though, like I have no problem with throwing him in the starting lineup. It's not like he's playing starter minutes every night. You know what I mean? So where's the disconnect there, right? The only thing in Brad's defense is he's going with the big lineup. He's going with Al Horford at the 4 and Baines at the 5, which, okay, well, then do you go with a bigger lineup? Sit Marcus Smart? Who knows? I'm totally on board with starting Gordon Hayward, but I can kind of see why now that I feel like I'm going back on what I've said in the past, but now that he's finally killing it, like, let's just stick with what's working. I don't know if that's the right answer. Let's see what else we got here. Okay brings up a good point. He says, is the relationship between Kyrie and Brad the key? Terry Rozier said, I believe in a podcast or an interview or something, I believe it was Terry, he said that and he didn't even mean to say it like this, but I think, Celtics Nation and NBA world kind of inferred so he said, like, we play as good as Kyrie feels or something. All of our games have depended this year on, like, whether or not Kyrie Irving is having fun or something like that. And I guess you can kind of draw that string, you can draw that connection to Brad Stevens and Kyrie. Now, what you're saying, okay, the way you're saying this, it's kind of like, oh, like, Kyrie, is he getting along with Brad? Two guys that have been on a little bit of a hot seat. Well, no, I think it's also key just to have your star player and the coach on the same page, regardless of the history, regardless of what's happening this season, whether you're meeting expectations, whether you're exceeding expectations. Don't you think it's completely key to have your coach and star player on the same page? So what you're saying isn't like groundbreaking, and it's not earth-shattering whatsoever. But yeah, it's true. I mean, if they're on the same page, obviously the team's going to be better. Swangy says, I think we can play even better. Still think they could make some smarter plays. Totally agree. Like, what we just saw wasn't like, oh, that Celtics team's winning the championship, but that should be an average game for the Celtics. They take a team that's worse than them, but also a good team, and they just kill them. Like, hey, no, you're not good enough. That's what we should see. I'm not saying that was the best basketball they've ever played. That was damn good basketball. I'm not gonna deny that. The top 3 players, the way everyone played, I think all starters in double digits except for Smart, who we don't expect that. But totally, that's what we want. We want Marcus Morris scoring double digits off the bench, but not taking a crazy amount of shots. He did kind of shoot a lot tonight, but luckily it just didn't kill them. Let's see what we got. Okay, says effort from top to bottom tonight. Yeah. I mean, we even saw Brad Wanamaker get in there for what, 15 minutes? I don't have the number. Let me see if I can pull up the box score because he probably had 8 points. Let's see. Lady Love saying I'm all for Gordon Hayward going into beast mode for the playoffs. We need that spark. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. Gordon Hayward, if he can go beast mode, and we can touch on him again. I'd love it if you guys listened to the Hardwood Green episode I did yesterday. It launched this morning. Gordon Hayward just needs to be a superstar in some way, shape, or form. He does not need to be that explosive dunker that we saw in Utah. He doesn't. He just needs to be worth $30 million. And doing what he's done the past 2 nights, maybe 3 out of the last 4 nights, that's worth the money. He's not up there dunking on everybody and doing windmills and dunking on centers. Doesn't need to do that. Gordon, you give me 9 for 9 from the field, 21 points, and you're driving the rock. You're showing this team, hey guys, guess what? When we get into that colored area, you know, the paint, it's not the same color as all the floor around us. It's like a different color. Good things happen. Yeah. Let's see. Steven Taylor saying Marcus Morris has been looking real trash lately. He's had some up and down games lately, but I mean, to your point, he's been nothing like what we saw at the beginning of the season. We thought Marcus Morris was going to be an all-star. Yeah, not quite. He's not quite an all-star. He's not even close to an all-star. He didn't finish the season. He hasn't started to finish the season or anything like that remotely like an all-star. So yeah, I wouldn't call him trash because they're going to need Marcus Morris. They need a guy that can go off for 15 plus. But I'm totally with you that he just hasn't played like a starter. He hasn't played like a stud or anything like that. He's just played like a bench scorer. Let's see. Got a couple more comments here. Killcoin says the playoff tickets on sale. I'm not sure. I'm trying to go to a playoff game this year. I haven't been in a few years. And then you just go right back to saying you're so hyped in all caps. That's how Scott got his superfan flame back, getting hyped up like this with all the hearts and stuff like that. If you guys aren't smashing the hearts, then there's no chance you become a super fan. There's no chance we get other Celtics fans in here. It's gonna be no offense to you guys, but it's gonna be the same old people in here over and over again, just like it's the same old person on the mic right now. Let's get some diversity, some new people in here. Make sure you're smashing those hearts, guys. Swangy says Hayward is going to give teams some serious problems. He can make passes and make shots. Yeah, like I've talked about before, and I keep mentioning the Hardwood Green because it's so applicable right now. I talked about how Gordon Hayward can just start to make the right play at the right time and know exactly how to make it. I compared him to Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce is a guy that, not to use the word abandoned, but he abandoned his athleticism. He was like, hey, I know I can be better by not relying on my athleticism. I can be methodical. I can be smooth. I can be 2 steps ahead of the opponent whether or not I'm faster than them. Gordon Hayward can do that. He can. There's no doubt in my mind that if Gordon Hayward decides to say, hey, forget the fact that I can't jump as high as I used to. I can't, and this is hypothetical. Say he says, I can't jump as high as I used to. That's not like oh shit, my career's over. No, that's like all right. Okay, so I can't jump as high as I used to. My ankle doesn't feel the same. It feels good, but it doesn't feel the same. How the hell do I get back to being a dominant player? Voila. Past 2 games shows it. Get to your spot. Do your thing. Make the right play. Do everything right. That's what you got to do. Let's see. Again, we have I just got a DM about the shirts. The link is not, so the coupon code is not Gordon20. It's Gordo. Gordo 20. Believe me, that wasn't a typo. I did Gordo on purpose. So GuyBostonSports.com/store. Gordo20 will take 20% off your order. We got a few different Gordon Hayward shirts up there. They're awesome. I have the unfinished business one, and he's only making it more and more worth it. Like I said, if you're waiting to buy a Gordon Hayward shirt for the playoffs or something like that, you buy it now, you'll have it. You'll have it for the playoffs. You can rock it, and you're supporting your boy. Let's get to some of the comments here. Swangy says, we'll get to this first. Ryan JB says, oh boy. Ryan JB says, is Scary Terry no longer scary? another thing I was talking to KJ about. I love Terry Rozier as the player. That doesn't mean I'm going to defend him to the wall in the Celtics offense. I think Terry Rozier can be really good in any other system. In a system that's not so much of a all for one, one for all system. I like Terry Rozier because off the court stuff too. He said I had a nice jump shot. I'm biased. He's right. He's right. But he's not necessarily scary. He doesn't have the opportunity to be scary. That's what I'll say. Ryan JB, he doesn't have the opportunity to be scary. If he was on a team where he was the guy, he could still be scary. He's shown us. He just doesn't have the opportunity to be scary. And it feels like when he gets the minutes, he's trying to cram it all in. And that just doesn't work. That's not going to work for anybody. Swangy says could compare it to Blake Griffin in a way. Yeah, talk about Gordon Hayward. Blake Griffin was the human highlight reel 2.0. Every morning Sports Center, you'd wake up and you'd see him just dunking on a guy, right? We saw the Timothy Moskov dunk. You know what Blake Griffin does a lot more now? Shoots, post moves, dekes guys out with head fakes, stuff like that. It's not unheard of for guys to not, I keep saying abandon, I don't mean it, not abandon their athleticism, but realize, oh wow, funny, I'm actually good at this sport other than just jumping. And I think he can do it. Let's see. Maddie's saying Gordon is finally getting in the mindset. Totally. All right, let's see. Aaron's checking in here. Falcons 105.81 saying that Bird jersey is dope. This Bird jersey is now undefeated, I believe, in games. I've only worn it once. It was this game, but this hat is 2-0. Shotgunning 16-ounce beers prior to games are now 1-0. So, like I tweeted out, the best part about me shotgunning it and killing this as fast as a 12-ounce beer is that I'm going to have to do it before every game. The worst part about it is that I'm going to have to do it before every game now. Playoff games especially. Blue Devil says Tatum is better when Hayward is the facilitator. Totally. Hayward, I said it. Now I've been wrong. I was wrong about this, but I said multiple times, you can probably find the tweets, that I thought Hayward was going to be the best player and most important player on this team. I've been wrong because that has not been the case this year. Not even close. I'm not even saying these games constitute that to be right. He hasn't been the best player on the team this year. He hasn't. Gordon Hayward has underwhelmed. He's starting to pick it up, but he's underwhelmed. He has not been the best player this year. But to your point, when he is the best player on the court, they look pretty damn good. Let's see. Steven Taylor says, think we should begin starting Brown, Hayward, and Tatum. I still want to see Hayward, Brown in the starting lineup. I want it to be that starting lineup that we started with, the Shamrock 5. However, it's like a give and take. Because now that Gordon's playing so well, it's almost like, do we want to mess with it? I'm almost on Brad's side. Do we want to mess with Gordon Hayward now? Even though he's playing starter minutes from the bench, should we just stick with this? Let's see how it goes. I'm still all, hey, if he decides to start Gordon Hayward, I would not complain. I would not be one of those fans saying, why'd you go and fuck it all up, Brad? Why'd you mess with it? No. I'd be down. I'd be so down to start Hayward, but I can see why. If they decide not to, I can see exactly why. Let's get to some more of your comments here. KJ says, can't wait to watch Terry Rozier starting on the Knicks next year after they miss out on Kyrie. Hey, whatever. KJ, we talked about this, that I'm on Team Terry. You're not on Team Terry, but where we can agree is that the Celtics probably is not going to be the most, longevity worthy or best case scenario for Terry. Let's see. Scott, I've had this hat for so long. I think I got it. Got it from a buddy. I did. I just got it from a buddy. He gave it to me probably 10 years ago. Maybe more than that. Sheesh. 10 years ago, I'd say. So, I can't even answer that question. However, I'm glad I have it. It's undefeated. If we all got this exact same hat, I'll give you the logo. How's my hat hair? Probably looking good, right? I'll give you the logo if you can find it. You probably can't, but here we go. Let it focus. If you can screenshot that or something and find the hat, let's go. The more undefeated hats, the merrier in my mind. See, Ryan JB says True North has a great brewery in Ipswich. Yeah, Ryan, if you didn't see my tweet, check out my tweet. That's exactly what I said. I killed it. I shotgunned this. Not this one, obviously, but I shotgunned it. I took it down. I took it down faster than most people who do a 12-ounce. But another thing I said, this is a great beer for sipping, because I almost gagged. Never shotgunned a 16-ouncer before, but I figured I'm wearing the Larry Legend jersey. I got the undefeated hat. Larry. The mint condition bobblehead, the high school bobblehead, made in 1974, I believe. Mint condition. I opened that. I took the value off of that. I bought that thing. I got it. I traded for that, and I took it out of the package. I'm an idiot. But all these things considered, I was like, hell yeah, I can take down that 16-ounce shotgun, and that means the Celtics are going to beat the Pacers. And, I'm a genius. It's all in this big brain. It's all in this big brain. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know much about it. I haven't heard much about it, but Terry leaving the game. Steven says Wanamaker should get more minutes. Maybe if he's like in a Terry situation, if he was on another team, I'm sure he'd get more minutes, but there's too many guards, too many mouths to feed. Brad Wanamaker, I'm not saying you're wrong, right? Like, I get your point that Brad Wanamaker is good enough to play more in the NBA. That's what I'll agree with, but it's like, where does he fit in this on this team, right? Swangy says he feels like JT has matured in the last few games. He's had a few rough patches, and now he's calm and composed. Yeah, but I almost wonder if he's so young still that it depends on how the team's playing, on like how he looks. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, to your point, yes, the last few games, but also these last 2 games, he's looked good because they've played good, right? So how much is it, and I'm genuinely asking, how much is it that he can go with the flow when they're winning? Compared to, okay, like, yeah, he's playing really well. He's starting to feel it, and he's calm and composed. Who knows? Let's go. Aaron says he'll support Terry all the way, and he'll make another team just as proud as he did for us. Yeah, that's where I am. Like, I like Terry Rozier, the player. If you don't like Terry Rozier, the player, it's because you're a really big Celtics fan, and you realize that Terry hasn't been good for the Celtics this year. Totally fair. If I didn't have such it's a weird word. If I didn't have such an attraction to Terry, then I'd be in your boat too. But there's no reason to try and shit on the fact that he is a talented basketball player. He's shown us that before. So he's going to go and play on a team and probably do a little bit better. I don't know if he'll ever do as well as he did in that playoff run. He was dominant almost. Against the Bucks, he put Eric Bledsoe in his back pocket and said, "Hey, I'm about to fart. How's it smell?" Killcoin says Wanamaker the new Larkin. Thoughts? Sure. I'm not going to deny that, but really, I don't know if I think Shane Larkin gets too good of a rap. Like, how valuable is Shane Larkin? You know what I mean? Like, I'm down to give you the point that he's kind of like that guy that when he comes in, he gives valuable minutes and we like him. You can trust him playing at this level, but it's like Shane Larkin still. Like, do we miss Shane Larkin now? Other than the fact that, like, oh, it's Shane Larkin, we miss the player. Do we actually miss the on-court Shane Larkin? Let's see. What do we got here? Okay, so he's agreeing. When Tatum is a flow guy, the team's playing well, he's in, and not playing well, and he's outside of his game. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Now I don't think you are either, but it's not like we're shitting on Tatum, but it's almost like he's still young enough that he just can go with the flow, and not go with the flow, but he can absorb the flow. Like, this is a good game. I'm good. Like, I'm good to go. I just don't totally. I don't know, because there's been bad games that he's gone off into, but we still need. Tatum hasn't scratched the surface yet. We need to see more from Tatum to be able to make those judgments. But I do agree with both Swangy and OK in a couple of these senses. You say, yeah, Swangy says true. It's good. It's just good to get him playing well. Yeah, the more, like, what I'm talking about here is good both ways. Like, we see Tatum play well, and it just coincides with the fact that the Celtics are playing well, then what are we complaining about, right? Nothing. Like, we don't need to debate, okay, well, is it Tatum playing well, or is he just going with the flow? No, if both of those things are happening, and both those things are happening very well, then, yeah, hell yeah. Let's take a few more questions here, and then we'll head off. This has been an awesome stream. You guys have been totally in the chat. You guys have been killing it. Adnan says, yo, what a game. What a game. Let's see. Hey, Aaron's saying if Philly loses out, what do we got here? If Philly loses out that the Celtics can take the 3 spot? I mean, wouldn't that be ironic? Because we had, what do we have? What do you guys remember? A couple games ago, what was it? Probably 3 streams ago, Philly fans were in here talking shit, saying that, oh, you guys has the 5 seed taste, we're the 3 seed, and I was body bagging them, saying, hey, it has 3 and 1 taste on the season. Now, what if they do lose out and we take the? What if they do lose out and we take the 3 seed? Nah, I wouldn't complain about that. Philly, there's a couple respectful Philly fans that come in here and can talk basketball, but some of the losers that come in here, some of the dickheads that come in here, oh, it's annoying. Adnan says that him, Damiani, and Max are watching. What up, guys? Maddie is always quick to jump on the Philly fans. She says, dilly, fuck Philly. Maddie, I've seen you go at the Philly fans that come at. She's got my back. Some of these Philly fans that come in here and try and talk shit, Maddie's the first one to knock them out. Okay, says he's a huge Bull fans this next week. Hell yeah. And Aaron, you bring up a good point. Team over me any day of the week. I'm with that. Let's see what Ryan's got here. Again, just a few more questions, then we're going to tune out. So before the season, the talk was we have too many guys with Jalen. This is a good point. So he says before the season, there was talk about too many guys. And then now with Jalen out, and Jalen's been out, a couple games in a row now? Does it help? Now, I was talking to someone about this yesterday. It kind of sucks, but it's the truth. The Celtics have a pretty good record without Jaylen Brown, and I'm not saying it's a Jaylen Brown thing. It's almost like what you're saying. There's too many mouths to feed, and Jaylen Brown is a big mouth. And no offense to him. He's a crucial player, a guy that wants his shots, a guy that wants to improve in this league. Is it a good thing that he's out? I wouldn't say it's a good thing. I'm not going to go down that road. I wouldn't say that they're worse with Jaylen Brown on the court. Not even close. However, it's worth noticing that a guy like him, who he's not the most crucial player on the team, but he's also not the most irrelevant player on the team, he takes a step and it's like, okay, they have some room to breathe. I don't know if it's true. Again, I'm just saying it's just a little interesting. Swangy had he was talking to a Philly fan last night, and he said they're going out in the first round. That's the real Philly fans. Like, real Philly fans, like the, you guys saw me mix it up, and actually I was killing him. I was body bagging him. But one of this Philly fans about when they beat us, what was it, a couple weeks ago? And we were talking, and he was like, oh, how's that 5 seed, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, you hadn't beat us in, 14, whatever. One of the Philly fans just commented, and he goes, hey, I followed you for a while, and I respect you, but just let us have this win tonight. And then I quote tweeted him. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I respect that logic. Like, you can celebrate this win. You beat us tonight. But I don't want you guys acting like you just won the NBA championship because you beat the 5 seed, right? Like, Philly fans can't have it both ways. Oh, we beat the Celtics. Yeah, you guys are the 5 seed. Like, pick one or the other there. Yeah, okay, you bring up less is more, maybe. Right, like, it's not a sense of, like, oh, that guy's hurting us. Like, Jaylen Brown in the lineup, I don't think he hurts us. I did think that at the beginning of this year. I'll admit that. But I don't think that he necessarily is a cancer to this team. But at the same sense, it's like, well, if we only have so much beef stew and we have all these mouths to feed, what happens when we get to the bottom? We're scraping it. Then that guy doesn't get happy because he's not getting his beef stew. Not at all. Jaylen Brown hasn't been getting his beef stew this year. Terry Rozier hasn't been getting his beef stew. But Jaylen Brown is a little bit higher on the totem pole than that. So, you know what? Maybe him being out can help things. But at the end of the day, like I have said before, this team wants to have Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, and Al Horford in the starting lineup. That's the starting lineup that we all thought was going to be the finals contending team, right? That's what we want. So regardless of if it's too many mouths to feed or not, what did you want at the beginning of the year? Flash back to that before you saw this team suck its own dick. What did you want before that? You know what I mean? All right, just a few more questions, guys. It's getting late now. We're gonna turn down tonight. Again, undefeated. Shotgunning a 16-ounce beer pregame, and I believe Coach Moore in the chat says I did it in 8 seconds. That must be a long stopwatch because I crushed it. No spill or anything too. Again, it was the True North Ale Company. Let's see. Swangy says, do you think we'll rest players in these games? Yeah, I think so. I think Al Horford and Kyrie might take a game or so off. But I don't know. I don't think it's worth resting because I think this team's finally starting to hit its stride, right? I think it's finally starting to hit its stride that maybe we can be like, okay, instead of resting these guys, why don't we try and build on what we have? Let's use these games as practice. If Kyrie gets tired or Al Horford gets tired or if they feel a single little pain in their knee, then they can come out. But why don't we use this game as some on-court practice? That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Oh, look at that. See, Aaron's already changing his answer. He says, maybe it was 4 seconds. He said 8 seconds, and I didn't believe him. Maybe it was 4. But all right, guys, we're going to close up shop for tonight. What a win. That was, now I think we've had a couple streams, right? We've had a couple streams that we said it was an awesome win. That's what we needed to see. No, this was one of the better, if not, I don't want to say the best, but this is one of the better wins of the year. This is a feel-good win on a Friday night. You know what I'm saying? And you take down the team that you're legitimately playing in the playoffs. And again, I said that I don't know if the home court would have mattered. I think it was going to come down to the better team either way, whether or not the Celtics were nowhere near the 4 seed and they were going to stay as the 5 seed. I think it was going to come down to the better team. Because I think this Celtics playoff run is just strictly going to depend on whether or not they care enough to do it. I don't think too many of these bad boys. I don't think the home court's going to matter all that much. Like, it will later on, but first round, I think if the Celtics were going to hit their stride, they were going to hit their stride and spank them. I don't know. I don't know if it is going to be, I won't spoil it. I wrote an article on GuyBostonSports.com. Check it out. It was my updated expectations. I will say I wrote that 2 days ago. This game made me want to cut my brake lines and just go full throttle. But let's see what we got. Yeah, OK brings up a good point, and he was the one that called me out. He didn't call me out, but he called the streams out for being like, why is every single stream just F this team stream? No? Well, guess what? You kind of got what you asked for, OK. Now they're all, hey, this team's awesome streams. So, I don't know, we can't have it both ways. If we were like a 500 team, it'd be great. One night bad, one night great. One night bad, one night great. But, all right, guys, we will, damn, I've tried to get off this mic for like 10 minutes now, and you guys just keep bringing up points that I talk about. But I'll give you guys, 30 more seconds to hammer those hearts, because you know that showing me love gets more people in the streams, gets more people talking. It does help your superfan status, but it also can get more people competing with you, and who doesn't like a healthy competition? So make sure you're smashing those hearts. And again, I'll say it one more time, Gordo20, GORDO20 on the store, GuyBostonSports.com/store, 20% off your Celtics products. And we have that, I love it. I ordered it myself, the Believe in Gordon t-shirt. It's just green with white lettering. It's going to be perfect for the playoffs. So pick that up. Show me some love with the hearts, and I'm going to be bouncing, hitting the hay. I'll finish this bad boy up, and then I'm hitting the hay in a few minutes. But what a win from the Celtics. That's what we needed. We'll see. I've been against some of you guys saying, are they going to flip the switch in the playoffs? I haven't believed it. So far, so good, though. These past few games kind of make me believe they're going to flip a switch. We'll see. We'll see. But we'll catch you guys next stream. Let's go, Celts. Repping the Larry Legend jersey.